Hello guys, welcome to Visualize Dream. This channel is going to be me trying to get back onto the track overall with anything that I'm going to be doing with my own cars. I'm just going to be recording the journey along, some sort of like YouTubers like Juicebox or any one of them kind of YouTubers just going to be making videos along the way whenever I am doing anything with their cars. So this is what this channel is going to be. Also, a lot of people that watch my gaming channel are also have interesting cars, so they would also like to see me doing anything with cars, either going cars and coffee or just doing small upgrades or whatever the fuck not. The end goal for this is obviously getting my car on the road and going to the track anytime maybe in the next 2 years, so that's going to be the long run. But as of right now, I'm just going to be doing small bits, uploading little videos here and there. So in today's video, I am changing my steering rack. That steering rack was very much fucked. Anytime I drove the car, I could feel the car steer on its own. Now I'm pretty sure that the problem with my steering rack was that one of the seals on the right hand side of it is basically just gone, and it was letting air in and out, and it was just squirting oil all out of the steering rack because I was just refilling it every like couple of weeks of even not driving the car. So I reckon that could have been the problem, or maybe the rack itself on the inside just was sort of worn out or something like that, just for heavy driving. So finally changed that out. I have NCD coming up anyway, so it kind of needed to be done by December. So yeah, that's basically when you're going to see in the video. Hope you enjoy. Let's get straight into it.
That's we used to practice.
Tried to take out the steering rack without disconnecting any of the lines, but that didn't work, so I actually had to like disconnect everything before taking it out.
Meow meow nigga.
So I have the whole steering assembly done, inner outer track rods, and I have the new steering rack. Everything is bolted in tight. Now it's got to sort out these old lines as well. I'm going to cut them short because they are old and they were also sweating. They were leaking a little bit. So I am going to snip them a little bit, and I'm going to make sure that they're just nice and fresh there. And I'm going to connect everything up from the top then.
I've got to change these lines because they're swelling from the bottom. I know you probably can't see much, but they're swelling from the bottom. The whole alternator is covered in oil as well. I once had an issue where it did stop when I was in the middle of the road. But yeah, that was not fun. So I got all the both lines bolted in, everything's nice and tight, cut them to the fresh line, connected the bottom ones as well, steering rack is tight, so all I gotta do is just connect the rest of the track rod ends and everything will be back to as new. Everything is connected, nice and tight. Now, so I know that you can't really see much at this time, but because it is night time, but I have finally finished. I have the new steering rack in, and everything is done now, so everything is working perfectly fine. Ready to turn the car on. We got the power steering reservoir in, all the hoses are tight, so they're snipped just to be a little bit shorter. The steering rack and everything is connected. I know you can barely see, sorry about that, but it is night time now. Everything is nice and fresh. Now, if I still have some steering wobble, which these are notorious for having steering wobble vibration, I will have to change the wishbones because they run on 2 belgians. So if I do still have some steering issues with wobbling and whatnot, I am going to change out both of them because I do have the rearmost poly bushing, the stiff ones. I got kitty as well. So I will have to change that. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I don't know what's going to be next with that, but we're going to see anyway. So this is day 2, it's Sunday. I fixed the main issue, which was having the steering rack, obviously, like there was a very, very heavy leak in the steering rack. It was leaking out the right hand side from the seals, and obviously my power steering hoses were old and they were cracked a little bit, so they were sweating as well. When I went to check on the car, right, there is still leaking coming from that, not from the rack this time, but it's from those 2 lines. One is the one that feeds the steering rack from the power steering pump, yeah, and then there is one that goes from the power steering pump to the reservoir that feeds the reservoir. So those 2 lines I'm gonna have to change because they're not leaking and they're not sweating. It's sort of like in between. Like you can, I'll show a photo up there. It's like you can see like little drops. So it's just dripping a tiny bit, but like it's 10 times better than it was. So I'd say that's what I'm going to be doing for the next video as well. We're just going to change out those 2 lines, and in the meantime we'll see, because the car does need a bit of work. Over time, as I accumulate parts and etc., I'm going to be making videos about that as well. So they will be plenty full of content, but this is one of my first videos like this as well. So there will be more videos to come and in much better quality as well when I get used to everything. So thank you all for watching. Have a good day, boys.